Alright, we've got the grain all milled. We're sitting at 143 degrees here. Starting the mash. Alright, here we are for the 15-minute stir. Make sure there's no dough balls in there. This is my custom mash fork. And our temperature has come down to 134, so I'm going to turn the heat back on, and I'm going to stand here with it until we see that read about 155, since it's reading from the bottom. Then I'll give it a stir and pack it back up. I also add these bag clips, and these serve two purposes. The first is because one time, one of the straps on my bag got a little too close to the fire. And the other is because when I reheat these grains, I don't want to heat just the bottom and create a hot mass. I want to keep it off of there a little bit, so only the liquid's warming up. So here we are at a third mash. You're finally starting to see that red hue develop. That's wonderful for a red ale. Our temp also did come down a bit, so we're warming the mash back up. We'll cut out again when it hits about 153. Alright, here we are at a final stir. Looking pretty good. And on this one, we're going to add in our chocolate malt. Give it a little bit darker color and just a little bit more roasted flavor. Alright, we hit the last 15-minute section of our 60-minute mash. So now we're in flame out. We're just going to turn the heat back on and wait until this bad boy hits about 175. Alright, after flame out, now we're just draining the grains, trying to make sure we don't leave any of that wonderful sugar water behind. So I let this thing drain for quite a while until it was only dripping. We were down a little bit from our 6 gallons that we want for the boil, so I brought some water up to just under a boil and poured it over the grains, which is also going to help get more of that residual sugar water out of the grains. So we're at about 190 degrees. I'm just going to add about 10 drops of this firm cap to keep it from boiling over. Now that we're at a nice boil with the lid off, I'm going to add my hops, 60 minutes, Magnum, 1 ounce of Cascade at 15 minutes, and an Irish Moss, half an ounce of Centennial at 10, half an ounce of Magnum at 5, and half an ounce of Centennial as we turn off the heat. Alright, it's the next day, so this is nice and cool. Now with my sanitized transfer pump, I'm going to transfer to my sanitized bucket. Pitch yeast, shake, airlock, ferment.